Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, catching up with Clemson's head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Quick give. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet. It's Reynolds. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Compton. Knocked down immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throwing, Mensah. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's a really great play by the defender. We obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game. And here you go. The opening drive of the game. Great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it. And a lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure the receiver doesn't catch it. They were challenged all week about a negative performance a week ago. Good to see them come out early with some energy and making some plays.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, a lot of space. Inside the into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Vaughn. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Bug, meat, windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too many more of those.
Here's Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Good, strong tackle.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop them on third down. Extending the play. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Moore. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here we go. Ready? Red 54, red 54. Ready, go.
They'll give it to Johnson. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Wide receiver comes in motion.
Ready, go.
Second down, gonna throw it. Finds the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
To the air, it's Reynolds. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here's Darian Mensa to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Driven back.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down. But I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The fake wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Left side, it's Moore. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Out wide left, it's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Finds a crease, it's Davidson. All over him immediately.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's changing the play. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Fires immediately. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Mensah pulls it in. It's Pringle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Was to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he's got some space.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Sets his feet. It's Reynolds. Finds his big tight end. So Miami signals for a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The unproductive first down completion now brings up 2nd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, going to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Mensah. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Reynolds. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the first down. The good news, though, luckily,
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it.
Looking long. Grabs it inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. That's caught by Wesco. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Right down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Here's Mensah to throw. Out wide right, it's Pringle.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Wants to go up top on second down. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Throws it off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Back's got it on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Under pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. The snap sets up to throw. Rush right in his face. He's got it in the end zone, and they've sliced it down to a 2-point game.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
From deep, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the gun, it's Johnson. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Needs it here on 4th down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of this route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Mensah, look out. Quick completion on the out. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Long way to go on second down. Motion from the wide out. Second down to the air. Rush is on. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. And he's got it inside the 35. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Oh, pressure's coming. A shot toward the end zone. Couldn't make the connection in the end zone, and that's not the worst of it. This flag is going to back him up for holding. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing, Mensah. Still looking to his right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Headed for the fourth quarter now, and this quarterback battle looks like this. One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Off to the races to the right. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pringle. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Mensah to throw. They're all over it. And he avoids the sack.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses for...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on fourth. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's...
Touchdown, Tiger! And the pummeling has started. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point splits the uprights. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Under pressure. And down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He lets one fly deep. Got it down the field. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Canes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st. Finds his target. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up the few. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incomplete.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not